here with more Space Engineers, and today, well, we've pretty much finished the basic build of this thing. So just wanted to give you a little rundown of what we've got on here, because this will be available in the workshop. Well, now, actually. Oh, so what we ended up doing is, as you can tell, we've gone ahead and put in some turrets for defenses. Really the only thing that we did beyond that are putting in the spotlights, and then we've put the gyro down in there. Now the other thing that we did do is we did do a little bit of reorganizing and moving things around a little bit. So we now have the shield emitter back here in the ceiling, and because this block is actually airtight, the entire ship, the entire rover, from forward section to aft section, is actually airtight. So the entire thing holds an atmosphere. We actually have vents in all of the rooms except the bridge, I believe. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So as you can see, we have the ladder to get you in through the simple airlock. Everything down below is heavy armor, and we've got enough wheels that if you wanted to, you could actually attach. You could attach a large cargo. Sorry, I had a frog in the throat. Alright, so let's head inside. This is our simple airlock area, and then we reorganized the crew hab area a little bit. So with what we had before, we weren't able to keep... well, I was able to put a plate in to pressurize it, and I'll show you why we're having that problem. So you have a nice panoramic. You would actually even move the control seats back a row, which would let you get a little bit more of the view in, but I think for what you would use this for, this is going to be good. So as I said, we'll come into the hab area. Now have the kitchen set up here, overlooking the seats, mainly because of the fact that I wanted to have this room pressurized and vented, and that was kind of the easiest place to do it without having to rework a large portion of the ship. Coming back to the midsection, this is our crop area, and as you can see, I did go ahead and get the right crop mod added in. Now, one of the things that we did do, there is the conveyor vent. So we have this side is tied into the back access panel, and then the vent is actually facing this beast, which is the herb garden. Let's get like this, and so as you can see, this block is not airtight on this face. So when you close this area or you pressurize the ship, then your vent will actually pressurize in here. Now we do actually have a second vent on this side, so if you need to or want to, say if you wanted to not utilize these this particular mod, you'd be able to remove that, put a conveyor block in, and get the same functionality. And then over here, what you'd be able to do is basically just move the herb garden from there into this corner, and that'll give you the same function. Or you can put another conveyor block in, whichever. Alright. And then back here, we actually have the engineering area, which now has an air vent. So, yeah, it's not much to it, but it's definitely a functional ship. And if you are using a mod like the Eat, Drink, and Sleep mod, which is what this equipment is for, definitely add something to the game, and you have a full suite of crop producing or crop production facilities on board the ship. And then this little beastie, the survival kit. I honestly don't remember who made the suggestion. I should have checked that before I started recording. But it made the suggestion of putting it in the floor. And I told them that I was probably going to do that. And we went ahead and did it. So thank you for the comments. I do appreciate it. It does help. Like I said, it was something that I would have probably, because I even said in the thread that it's something that I had thought about doing, but I don't know where my mindset was at the time, that I just was like, no, it has to be on the, has to be up here. But yeah, so the entire ship is pressurized. You have a survival kit, you have food production, you have, cooking facilities. You actually have the ability to have an additional person here to log out. And if you were so inclined, you could even put a cryo chamber in here, or a cryopod, or even, a different bed. You can put additional beds in here. There's plenty of space. With just a little bit of reorganization, you'd be able to definitely use this space for other things. So even if you don't load any of the mods, you have pretty much a completely functional ship with just putting in, 2 conveyor blocks? Not too bad, right? Alright, so this is just going to be a short one. Like I said, I just really wanted to give you a look around the ship, let you see what was here. There's obviously lots of room for different types of improvements and upgrades, and it really is just, up to the people who decide to do the work on it. So anyway, I am going to get out of here. I am going to thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the routine. I'm going to get out of here, have something to eat, and try to enjoy the rest of my night. Anyway, as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. So it's our ship. It's working. Yay! Hydrogen tanks, lots of thrusters. Now I just have to build this thing in-game, in survival mode, completely in survival mode, and see how it actually works.